Dear students, today I am going to start the second chapter of your democratic politics. The topic is, today's topic is the Constituent Assembly. Do you know that before 1947 our country was not independent? The British people were ruling here in our country, and their rules, according their rules, our country was running. But after independence, our leaders made new constitution, and which is beneficial for all of us. And not only one person has made the constitution, but there was a constituent assembly was formed. Means the people who were making constitution, they were in a group, like you are sitting here in a group. So a group of people made the constitution. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So that is called assembly. When people assemble, not only one person, but many people assemble and do the something, that is called assembly. So now the topic, today's topic is the Constituent Assembly, who then were the makers of Indian Constitution. Who made the Constitution of our country? Do you understand? You will find here very brief sketch of some of the leaders who played an important role in making the Constitution. There were some persons who played very important role for making our Constitution. ऐसे कुछ लोग थे जो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाए हैं हमारे अपने देश के संविधान को बनाने के लिए. The drafting of the document called the Constitution was done by an assembly of elected representatives called the Constituent Assembly. Those persons were elected of the assembly and they made our Constitution. Elections to the Constituent Assembly were held in July 1946. 1946 में इलेक्शन हुआ था. किसके लिए इलेक्शन? ये representatives for the Constituent Assembly, to make representatives for Constituent Assembly. That was held in 1946. Its first meeting was held on December 1946. पहली मीटिंग जो हुई कब हुई? December 1946. Soon after the country was divided into India and Pakistan. Do you know that we got freedom, but we found our country, our India, in two parts. That is India and Pakistan. We got independent in divided India and Pakistan in two parts. The Constituent Assembly was also divided into the Constituent Assembly of India and that of Pakistan. The Constituent Assembly that wrote the Indian Constitution had 299 members. How many members were there in Constituent Assembly?
229.
299 members. The assembly adopted the constitution on 26 नवंबर 1949। ये हमारा संविधान कब स्वीकार हुआ? 26 नवंबर 1949, but it came into effect on 26 January 1950, है ना? Though it was accepted on 26 November 1950, but not 1950, 49, and it was came into effect on 26 January 1950। 26 जनवरी सन 1950 से लागू कर दिया गया संविधान। And that day is celebrated here in our country as Republic Day. We celebrate it every year, 26 January as Republic Day. To make March Day, we celebrate January 26 as Republic Day every year. Why should we accept the constitution made by this assembly more than 6 decades ago? Why should we accept the constitution made by this assembly more than 6 decades ago? We have already noted one reason wherever the constitution does not reflect the view of its members alone. It expresses a broad consensus of its time. Many countries of the world have had to rewrite their constitution afresh because the basic rules were not acceptable to all major social groups of political parties. In some other countries, the constitution exists as a mere piece of paper. No one actually follows it. The experience of our constitution is different. देखो हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है वो अन्य देशों से काफी डिफरेंट है। यद्यपि हमारे देश के नेताओं ने विभिन्न देश के संविधान से उनकी जो अच्छाइयां थी उनको ग्रहण करने का प्रयास किया, उनकी अच्छाइयां लेने का प्रयास किया है ना। कई देशों के संविधान को का अध्ययन किया है ना, जैसे अमेरिका, ब्रिटेन, रूस, जापान, इंग्लैंड, विभिन्न कई देशों का के संविधान का अध्ययन किया और उसमें जो अच्छाइयां पाई गई उन अच्छाइयों को लेने का प्रयत्न किया गया। The experience of our constitution is different. Over the last half a century, several groups have questioned some provisions of the constitution, but no large social group or political party has ever questioned the legitimacy of the constitution itself. This is an unusual achievement for any constitution. The second reason for accepting the constitution is that the Constituent Assembly represented the people of India. There was no universal elect franchise at that time. You know that the Constituent Assembly, the member of Constituent Assembly were represented the whole India. माने वो भारत का प्रतिनिधित्व कर रहे थे, जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनाए थे वो भारत का प्रतिनिधित्व कर रहे थे, है ना। और देयर वाज नो यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज एट दैट टाइम। उस समय यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज का रूल नहीं था। यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज मतलब होता है कि जो हमारे यहाँ का नियम ये है कि जो 18 वर्ष से ऊपर हैं वो चाहे विदाउट ए any discrimination, मेल फीमेल और एनी कास्ट, कोई डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं। जो भी हो, चाहे किसी कास्ट के हो, चाहे मेल हो चाहे फीमेल हो, जो 18 वर्ष से ऊपर हैं उनको मताधिकार मिला है, वोट देने का अधिकार उनको प्राप्त है ना। ये है यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज विदाउट एनी डिस्क्रिमिनेशन। तो ये पहले नहीं प्राप्त था, पहले कुछ लोगों को ही वोट देने का अधिकार था, कुछ को नहीं था। इस प्रकार दूसरे देशों में भी, कई देशों में महिलाओं को अधिकार नहीं था वोट देने का, है ना। लेकिन हमारे देश में अभी ये यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज का रूल है। और so the Constituent Assembly could not have been chosen directly by all the people of India. It was elected mainly by the members of the existing provincial legislature that we mentioned above. This ensured a fair geographical share of members from all the regions of the country. The assembly was dominated by the Indian National Congress, the party that led India's freedom struggle. You know that at that time, during the freedom struggle, Congress party was the main party, and the leaders of Congress party were fighting for the freedom. है ना। The assembly was dominated by the Indian National Congress, thus party that led India's freedom struggle. But the Congress itself included a variety of political groups and opinions. The assembly had many members who did not agree with the Congress. In social terms too, the assembly represented members from different language groups, caste, classes, religions and occupations. Even if the Constituent Assembly was elected by universal electoral franchise, its composition could not have been very different. Finally, the manner in which the Constituent Assembly worked gives sanctity to the Constitution. The Constituent Assembly worked in a systematic, open and consensual manner. First, some basic principles were decided and agreed upon. Then a drafting committee chaired by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar prepared a draft constitution for discussion. इसमें डॉक्टर B.R. अम्बेडकर जो थे ये ड्राफ्टिंग कमेटी के चेयरमैन बनाए गए, है ना। और ये इनके लीडरशिप में ये ड्राफ्टिंग बनाई गई, है ना। Several rounds of full discussion took place on the draft constitution, clause by clause. More than 2,000 amendments were considered. 2000 उसमें सुधार किए गए, है ना। The members deliberated for 114 days, spread over 3 years. लगभग 3 साल इसमें काम किया लोगों ने। And every document presented and every word spoken in the Constituent Assembly has been recorded and preserved. जो कुछ वहाँ बोला गया था सब कुछ रिकॉर्ड किया गया, है ना। उसको सब कुछ रखा गया रिकॉर्ड के रूप में, है ना, और उस पर विचार किया गया। These are called Constituent Assembly डिबेट्स, इसको कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली डिबेट्स कहा गया। व्हेन प्रिंटेड दीज डिबेट्स आर कॉल्ड bulky volumes. These debates provide the rationale behind every provision of the Constitution. These are used to interpret the meaning of the Constitution. इस प्रकार से हमारा ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है तैयार हुआ है। काफी इसमें विचार विमर्श किया गया, विद्वानों ने काफी डिस्कशन किया, और अगर कहीं कोई कमी नजर आई तो उस कमी को बाहर करके और अच्छाइयों को रखने का प्रयास किया। सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, थैंक यू फॉर टुडे। योर दिस one topic is over. Now we should start the next topic. Okay.